Hey everyone's Jackel Wolf back in Skyfactory 4 with another 5 minutes. That's how I did it. Now, if you've been following along, you know that we are working our way through the advancement book. Last episode, we did the edible arrangements, which was to craft and eat a crafting upgrade from Cyclic, the storage wars, which was to craft and eat an inventory upgrade from Cyclic, and the eat your heart out, which was to craft and eat a Cyclic heart container. Now, this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to go and jump over to the Age of Exploration, and we're going to go working on compacting our world. This is a fun little mod that allows us to build sort of mini little worlds within our world that we can kind of jump back and forth between. We can actually build stuff in them that will, work with stuff on the outside of our world. They're like sort of mini dimensions that, are just completely empty. You can make different sizes of them as well. So they are really, really, really cool. So to start, what you're going to need is a area that is either 13 by 13, 15 by 15, or 17 by 17. Now, keeping in mind that it is the 7 by 7, the 13 by 13, and the 15 by 15 space on the inside that you're going to need. So it turns out that I've got more than enough space. I got a 15 by 15 inside space here. This was my sort of mob learning combat arena, but this is actually the perfect space for what we're going to want to do. So what I'm going to need to do is I need to switch my creative flight on with my glitch armor. And what we are going to do is we're going to set up our miniaturization area in here. I've built these little platforms here that are, basically where I need to place the projectors. And they are, in the center spot on the, right up in the middle. And again, it is 15 empty spaces in between by 15 empty spaces in between. That's going to allow us to get these things to work. So first off, what we need to do is we need to build ourselves a personal shrinking device. That is a glass pane, 2 ender pearls, a book, and an iron ingot. We're going to take that out. If we go and just right click this on empty air, it brings up a little quick tutorial that is very, very straightforward. It tells us all the different things that we can use with that. What we're going to focus on right now is the miniaturization part of this. You can see there are the 4 different miniaturization fields. This one is showing a 7 by 7 space in there. I'm going to go big or go home. I don't think there's any reason for me just to make a small one. I might as well just go and make the maximum one, which was that 15 spaces in between all of them. So to make the miniaturization field projectors, we're going to need our personal shrinking device, 2 diamonds, a redstone torch, and an eye of ender. Do not worry, this one is not consumed. It stays in our inventory, but that gives us 4 miniaturization field projectors, which is absolutely perfect. It is what we need. We're going to go fly up. We're going to take the first projector, and as soon as we sort of hover over a block, we get that little directional arrow. This is going to tell us which way the projectors are going to go. Makes it super, super easy to kind of figure out what direction you're going to be placing it. So we want them all to face in. So we're going to come over here. We can come over on the side and hover there, and then we can come over in the front and hover here, and then we can come over here, and there you go. And if you do this correctly, you'll get a field that shows that the sort of the miniaturization field area. If we push these in, it would be a smaller field. We would also, maybe want to lower it. It will work, sort of blocks floating in midair. You just got to make sure there's nothing down here that's going to interfere with it. So if we just took like this redstone, and actually this probably won't work because it's going to say no valid recipe found. So that's really not what we're trying to show off. But if you are not getting this field, check the field projectors. It may be saying that they are not high enough for what you need to do. If I had put these all lower, it would be saying, hey, there's a piece of cobblestone there. It can't be there. So either you got to dig out the cobblestone or you got to raise the projectors up by 1. So to start building these miniaturization dimensions, what we're going to need is the walls of the dimension. So to start, we're going to need a block of redstone, 1 piece of redstone to put on top, and then another piece of redstone to throw it on in. So if we come over here, we're going to go place the block of iron down inside of our field. It doesn't really matter if you're off center. It doesn't matter if you're floating, but the whole recipe has to be inside of the field. We're going to place a piece of redstone on top of that, and then we're just going to go and give that a little throw. Didn't work. Go back out. We're going to go hover up over and get kind of combined with that redstone there. So if we go throw that in now, there you go. It is now doing its thing. So you got to be outside of the field when you throw it in. And there we go. Perfect. So we've now got ourselves 16 compact machine walls. I actually need almost 100 of these to build the biggest one. Because we're going to go big. We're going to go home. You can use these on much smaller ones. So with the multi-block, 26 of them will get us, our tiny compact machine. 98 of them are going to get us our large. We're going to go all the way up to the maximum compact machine, which is a 13 by 13 by 13 room. That's going to take 98 of the compact machine walls and 1 block of emerald and then an ender pearl. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and we're going to make a bunch more of these, and then I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this should be the last one that we need to make here. So that is given us 112 total, which is good. We do need a few extra to do a couple of other things afterwards. What I've got here is I've got a block of emerald. I got an ender pearl, which is the catalyst. We're going to run over here, and we're going to have to start by placing down a platform that is 5 by 5, which is going to be the base of the cube. And then we're going to go and place a block right in the middle. We're going to place the block of emerald on top, and then we're going to go remove this one here because this has to be floating in the center. And then we're going to go and basically make our 4 walls and our roof on this one, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so again, just to reiterate, this block has got to be floating in the middle, and we're going to go put a roof on it. So you got to make sure the roof, there's that space there as well, and there, perfect. So this is now a cube with the block of emerald in the middle. We're going to go up, we're going to take our catalyst this time, which is an ender pearl, and we're going to throw that in, and there you go. As long as you get this animation, you know you've done it right. If this isn't working, if your projectors these were up by 4 and I'd had to place another block underneath it, maybe that's kind of interfering with it. It's hard to say. So if it's not working, check underneath. When I was doing the testing and practicing, that was something that was catching me all the time. So as soon as this is done, we will have ourselves our first compact machine here. So there we go. We've now got ourselves a maximum compact machine, which is absolutely wonderful. We're going to go place it in our world up here in the overworld. And now this contains a 13 by 13 by 13 square. The way that we access it is with our personal shrinking device. We're going to go click on here, and there you go. We have now inside of a 13 by 13 cube inside of our overworld. So this is really, really good. I can bring stuff in here. I can, build a bunch of different machines, and, I can, maybe, rather than have in my overworld, have my underground, underroom, I can bring all that stuff in here, and it's going to work really, really good. But to do that, we need a way of interfacing between these walls and the outside world. Like, for instance, my storage remote is not working in here. I think there is a way of, linking it up between dimensions. We don't have that set up right now, but there are a couple of very easy ways of moving materials in and out of your world. So we're going to pop back up to our, overworld here, and what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to build 2 different items. The first off is going to be just a regular tunnel. So to make a tunnel, we're going to need to place one of these compact machine walls. We're going to have to place a hopper on top, and then 8 pieces of redstone in a circle around the little contraption here, and then we're going to go pop out of the field and then throw one more piece of redstone in there, and this will get us 2 tunnels. Now each compact machine can have a total of 6 different tunnels, basically one for each direction that you have. So there are two, I'm going to call them item tunnels, but you can put fluids and other things through them as well. One other thing you can do is you can send redstone signals through. They're handled a little bit differently. They are basically going to be a similar recipe, but with a block of redstone. So we're going to take the compact machine wall. We're going to take the block of redstone. We're going to circle it with just regular redstone powder, I guess you might want to call it. We're going to come up. We're going to go throw a piece of redstone in there, and this will get us a redstone tunnel, which you could use to send signals like on-off signals and things like that into your compact machine, so you can turn stuff on and off when you're not really using them. So what we need to do now is we need to go back into our little tunnel and your maximum compact machine. I'm going to go personal shrinking device, right click, and we are now in our tunnel here. I can place these pretty much anywhere I want in here, and it doesn't matter. I can program it to say where I want it to go. So right now this tunnel is pointed down. I go to right click, it's pointed up, north, south, east, and west. So basically I can tell it where I want it to go. If I click it one more time, it kind of pops off. So that's an easy way to get it if you want to move it around. Let's for this something, just to do this really, really simple, we're going to place one here in the north position. We're going to place one here in the, I went too far, in the south. I went too far one more time in the south position. And then, just, to show off how this works, we're going to put the redstone signal up here, and we'll do it in the up position for now. I'm not actually going to set up a redstone signal. This is going to be way too simple for it, but that is how you would come into this block. So even though this is on I'm going to say this is on the south wall, I've got a tunnel that comes out the north and a tunnel that comes out the south. So it doesn't matter where you put them wherever they're most convenient for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to go take our personal shrinking device. We're going to come back out. We're going to find the north side, which is right here. And not all item transfers work. Some are better than others. Some are going to work differently. Because this is just going to be a really, really simple one, I'm not going to do anything super complex, so I'm just going to move items in and out. I'm just going to use a hopper. I'm going to use a hopper on the outside, but these item conduits work as well as do a couple of the other ones. But to make things really simple, we're just going to use the hopper for now. Let's throw these blocks of iron I got just waiting around in there into the compact machine. You can see nothing is happening though, because if we come in here, there's nothing for it to do. Like it's not going anywhere. It doesn't have anything to do. So I'm going to take a item extraction cable. We're going to go place that right there on top. And actually, if we click on this one right now, no, it's not actually a pipe, so it's not actually pulling any items into it. But we can take something like, say, a chest. We put a chest here, open it up, and it's pulling those blocks of items from the overworld right into this chest here. And you know what? Let's pretend this isn't a chest. This is, something that's taking that iron and, doing something with it, grinding it up, or, slamming it down, or doing something. It's done that. We now want to get it back out into our world. So another item extraction cable goes right into this one. This is the south tunnel. So we're going to go back out into our world. South is going to be on this side. It is really, really nice because it does show it right up in the top there. We're going to go and we're just going to take a regular chest. We don't even need another item transfer cable. We can put a chest down and it starts pulling those items up there. So again, we can go throw the redstone in there and it is, pulled over in here. This is super simple. I can't imagine any situation where you guys, I don't know why that is stuck open, would do something so simple, but you could do way, way more complicated things with this. The smaller cubes, basically make smaller. This was a 13 by 13. The basic one is a 3 by 3. It is really, really tiny, but maybe that's all you need. And you can make a whole bunch of those rather than, just one big one. So, but I think that is going to be it for this one, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have done this any different way. I would really, really like to hear all the different ways out there that there are for using these compact machines. But if you enjoyed this video, please think about leaving a like and a subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at Jackel Wolf. Also, check out the description below. There will be a link to my Discord page. I would love it if you guys stop by to say hi. As well, there will be a link to my Patreon page. Patreons get their names at the end of all of my videos. So if you enjoy this channel, if you enjoy this content and you want to support, stop by, check it out. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.